So it is the end times, folks. It's over. Hogwarts Legacy end times has come on us because we've done Reloaded. I did Revelations and I run out tiles. Plus, this is the last one. I swear. we won't do any more. So we'll start off just by mentioning there is a job on lotus.com. If you want to go and check that out, that's the software engineer web dev. The deadline for that, I believe, is, what is it, like Sunday midnight?
That's what John just said.
Saturday midnight? Let's make it harder. Why not?
Sunday midnight, I hear.
Anyway, so if you can do the job, if you're 9 to 5 Swindon, then do go and check it out. If not, don't. Otherwise, we shall begin with the end times, because the end times are upon us. You may remember, VG Garm came out.
Just a quick, have you played Hogwarts Legacy?
No.
No, neither have I.
Didn't buy it. Told everyone I didn't buy it.
I told everyone I did buy it.
Did you?
It was just a joke. But no, I've never played Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't even watched any footage of it.
Oh, well, we're going to enlighten you today.
Oh, okay.
So you can see that...
Just for again, I actually don't know what kind of game it is. Like, I don't know what you do in the game, what mechanics
it's a horse simulator.
Well, it may as well be.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm looking... But you would...
I'm joking.
No, but you would have thought, like, with all the talk about Hogwarts Legacy, even someone who's never tried to engage with it would have had some indication of what kind of game it is. But I don't know what you do in it.
It's a wizard game.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
You role play as a wizard.
Oh, right,
Harry.
so it's an RPG. Right,
Yeah.
so you get levels.
Yeah.
Right, okay, fine. Okay, I don't know.
You know, and you
It
ride
could have been like
Shrek around the...
Could have been like a Monkey Island style narrative game because it's based on a book and movies.
They wouldn't get a 9.1, would it, on Metacritic?
I don't know.
Whereas it's open world RPG, there you are. 9.1 on Metacritic, so
no
pretty good.
online multiplayer, not interested at all.
And someone's already modded that in, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
That's the beauty of mods. I'm
Right,
going to
okay.
enjoy some of those mods. But pretty good game, seems to be the consensus. In fact, it was such a good game that all the people who were boycotting it are playing it. And we can verify that. Because if you go to ResetEra, this is some
Because
forum.
their Steam friends can see.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. So, it's worse than that as well. They're not,
Oh, yeah. I definitely boycotting Hogwarts Legacy. Right, I need to go now and do my transgender studies or something. Beep, so-and-so is playing Hogwarts Legacy. You little...
Oh, it's worse than like just some nobody who's some Steam friend, right? So we go to ResetEra. So ResetEra is some crappy forum nobody cares about.
Yeah,
but
it's a woke forum. Yeah.
they decided to ban all discussion of Hogwarts Legacy because it was, like Hitler of the Month. And as you can see in the background there, they were running ads on ResetEra for Hogwarts Legacy whilst banning discussion of Hogwarts Legacy.
Amazing.
Good.
We are totally against you talking about Hogwarts Legacy, but we're not against money.
Sponsored by Hogwarts Legacy. So this is the lead mod and the mod team. Just typing away in there.
Yeah.
Not going to read it because who cares about their full text. Because if you go to the next one, we can see the admin themselves, the head admin of the forum, playing Hogwarts Legacy there on his Steam account.
Amazing.
9.7 hours in the last 2 weeks.
That's not very many.
Well, it just came out. So this was like, wait, hang on a minute. It's the only game you're playing right now as well.
Not playing Forspoken. Don't know, 0.4 hours. That sucks.
No.
Give me the transphobe game.
If I can't kill trans people, how can I really be a trans rights
Genocide Simulator.
activist, as it was described? Yeah. Turns out it's not just him. The entire forum on Steam, there's like a Steam group of all these friggin' people. So that's the head one. If you go, yeah, I mean,
So
all of them there are playing Hogwarts Legacy.
This to me, right, is something like catnip is to cats, right? Because like, no, like to cats, catnip is genuinely the most fascinating thing in the world, right? You see cats and they're just like, it's magnetic. It's some sort of addictive drug to them. But to me, it's nothing. And so I do not feel in any way tempted by it. I don't understand why they're tempted by it, but I can see the effect it has on them. And that's the only joy I get out of Hogwarts Legacy, is that for them, it's like catnip and they're obsessed about it. And I'm just like, I'm going to go play Rome Total War, bro.
I paid all this money to play a game from 2003. I'm not playing
exactly. I bought the game I want to play 20 years ago.
Just playing Bannerlord 1.
Exactly. Like, I've got the game I like.
Turns out there were some negative reviews.
Right, okay.
So,
From people like me. Never played it, can't be bothered.
Well, it was a real mix. It was between people who hate it because transphobia and people who hate it because not enough transphobia. So, some of these are read, I suppose.
I was missold this game by the progressive outrage.
Yeah, I mean, some of that. One here saying J.K. Rowling is a capitalist, downvote. They still brought it. Still paid for the thing. Trans rights are human rights,
critique is
downvote.
J.K. Rowling is a capitalist.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Good
This game sucks.
Good game, but the mission where I had to check the genitals of the female Quidditch players was a bit out of place. Downvote. There's British people in the game. Downvote. Understandable. This game isn't killing trans people. It's killing my graphics card. Downvote.
I heard that it's got a transphobic staircase.
What?
So apparently, there are like male and female dormitories or something.
Yeah.
I saw a clip of someone talking about this, and apparently if you try as a male to go up the female one, it turns into like a slide and shoots you back down. I can't verify this. I've never played it. I don't know if that's true.
It's part of Hogwarts Legacy, Hogwarts law.
Right. Okay.
So-
I don't know. But the point is that is obviously transphobic.
How does it know that you're a will?
Exactly.
The stairs know.
You're not passing.
The stairs look and
You'll
go,
never be a woman.
not today. Someone else here who got...
Is that really a part of the thing?
Yeah, the girls are not allowed in the boys' dormitories and vice
And so
versa.
they have a transphobic staircase.
Well, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, it's a boarding school.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I've never read it or watched it, so I don't know. That
that's
there's a
the thing,
staircase
right?
that makes the judgment.
But all of the presuppositions of like English mythical culture and boarding schools and
Yeah.
all that are all baked into it without
Right.
J.K. Rowling thinking about it.
Yeah.
And that's the really funny thing about all of this. She
Obvious-
didn't say anything, and suddenly it's transphobic. But it's not because she ever did anything. It's just the culture shifted.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all. Someone else saying there's no sex, so that's a downvote. And someone saying you can't
no
slaughter any.
sex.
Well, apparently not. Apparently you can't slaughter any of the students as well. So that's missold.
Don't they all have like? Aren't the wands weapons?
Yes,
So how is it you can't?
but you
go
can't go on a school. Well, not shooting, but
Yeah.
school spelling.
on- Right. Okay.
There was actually a discussion on an anti-gun forum I saw about this. It was like, why aren't there mass spellings in Hogwarts? And someone went, well, they wouldn't get very far because everyone has a wand. User was banned for that post.
But
Yeah, there's also the really funny best review there of just transphobic developer, downvote. Transphobic developer, upvote. 2 different users. There we are. Move
the
forward.
duality of man.
There was some other fun. Someone made the Austrian painter their
Oh yeah.
character, which very popular in the school apparently. don't know how well the painting career went, but been working for the dark arts, I'm sure. We go to the next one, which is the funniest thing about this. You may remember there was a trans bartender shoehorned in
Was there?
at presumably quite the last minute to try to save face. And the thing is, this is
This will placate them, won't it? No.
this is
Of course it won't.
Sir Owner Ryan. That's the name.
Sir Owner
Has
Ryan.
Sir and Ryan in it. Well, this individual here is the bartender who is trans. So someone took a look at that in the modding community and realized that the voice is a man's voice. So put out a mod fixing that bug fixing
They
the
gave
voice.
the trans person a woman's voice, and let me guess,
Yeah,
this was transphobic.
because women don't represent trans women.
Right.
So he was banned from Nexus mod for that. For bug fixing.
Not even. Sorry, no. We're just going to take some. No, you're banned.
How dare you say that trans women and women are the
yeah,
same?
yeah. How dare you say trans women are women?
I've actually listened to the 2 audios as well, and it's a big difference.
Oh, really?
Since that conversation. It's not the only.
I don't. This game is an endless source of joy for me.
That's the thing. You don't have to engage with any of it. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly. It's literally the catnip. I'm just like, hey, great. I'm glad
people just killing each other.
Yeah,
It's just something like
No, honestly, watching the cats fighting over the catnip is hilarious, and I'm just like, great.
the game developers in the middle. Like, I just wanted to make a video game.
Yeah.
No, it's not what games are about. Not for a long time. There's another mod here because I saw this on Nexus
Oh,
mod.
yeah.
Some lunatics have decided that they're not valid unless being reminded every 5 seconds that they are
Yes.
valid.
Yes.
So they put the propaganda flags.
Yeah, the
covering-
conservative trans flag and then the racial pride trans flag.
Well, that one there is
There we go.
associated with young boys and young girls as the creator of
There
the
is
flag
also
mentioned.
that, yes.
So Matt Pride is well represented.
Yeah.
This got a lot of people like mad, like why do you care? And I'm like, I don't.
Why do you care?
What's wrong with you? Is the point. Which is like, the libertarians playing Hogwarts Legacy don't have a mod but libertarian flags in all the pictures
I bet,
to remind themselves.
I bet the Nazis playing Hogwarts Legacy do, though, don't they?
That mod's not out. The
Oh, is it?
Nazis are more restrained
Right.
on
okay.
being
No, fair enough.
obsessed with propaganda
Yeah.
for the time being. Someone did add VTubers because, of course, the internet. So if you can play this without the audio, just so we can demonstrate because it moves. There you are. Internet does the internet thing.
I hate
Of like,
VTubers.
what about anime girls in my video game? I mean, if you've seen Left 4 Dead, you'll know. Not all of them, though, weirdly. I don't know why they haven't added all the paintings doing that, but whatever. That's one. If we pause that, we'll go over to a more professional mod, one I more endorse, which is, as you can see here, Ricardo has been added in to all the paintings. Seemingly-
Right, I hang on a second. Right, am I to take from this that the paintings move
Yeah,
because it's a magic school?
yeah, it's
Right,
part
right,
of Hogwarts law,
And so they're just replacing the gifs or whatever it is on the paintings
with
with
whatever you want.
Yeah, right.
You also see the man walking around with a gun there because there's a mod to change that into a. Because if you could just shoot people, that would be easier. So there's that. There was
Yeah,
one.
I've seen the mashup. You're an American Harry. Instead of firing wands, they're firing guns.
Mom, I'm off to school. Take this bulletproof vest. There was one backlash, which actually is legitimate in the sense of complaints from the old alphabet community.
Oh yeah,
The elves.
As if anyone cares about them anymore.
They're not in the club.
No.
Russian language version of Hogwarts Legacy literally erases lesbians. There were some lesbian
Why?
relationships. They just deleted them from the game because it's Russia.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. I
And
imagine the Chinese version doesn't have them in either.
no one has made a noise about this at all. I see Pink News wrote an article about it. No one in the Pink News sphere cared. Because why would they? Lesbians are transphobic.
What are they going to do? Nag the Russians to conform to their demands? Because that's how any of this works. It's just like, oh, we're really upset. You're being discriminatory, and the Russians should just be like, yes, we know.
Yes. Now I'm going to legalize wife beating. Be right back. You know, it was actually a debate. at one
No,
point.
I didn't know, but it wouldn't shock me.
It wasn't about. It was Islamic in nature. It wasn't about like injuring your wife, but showing her place. That's the Islamic version of wife beating. Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
You're allowed to beat them in the chest, but not the face.
Yeah.
We have
yeah.
standards.
Not allowed to leave marks or something.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think that ended up passing. I don't know. It's the good luck whining about lesbians because
Yeah.
they're transphobes. No one cares. It's all in the past. Who cares? And then there was the whining from the media, which went on
Has been non-stop.
and on. We have the gamer here, who is such a gamer. Am I right, guys? Video game players. It just reminds me of Anita Sarkeesian so much. It's like
But I'm sure it does, yeah.
video games, although lame and for nerds, are really in right now. So I'm going to whine and whine until the whole industry collapses.
But I mean, I kind of agree with that headline, to be honest. I'm willing to throw people under the bus if it means pretending to relive my childhood. Good for you, Harry Potter players.
Yes, have fun
Yeah.
with your fun time.
If you're allowed to have fun anymore, try and have some.
But that wasn't where it was going to end, because of course, none of this has worked. You may have noticed that no one
the
cares.
boycotts didn't work.
Yeah, not only did the
Yeah.
boycott not work, the whole movement's dead. If we're being honest about the direction of travel of the trans movement,
Yes.
especially in the UK, this is the end of the line, in my view. That nothing's worked, they know where it's going, which is this is not going to be believed by anyone. I mean, a member of one of the most powerful members of our political system just lost their job over this.
Yep.
And in which case, you're getting thrown in the dump. Like the progressive people who want power are going to throw your entire movement in the dump because they know this is so nonsensical, it is not going to work for them. And in which case, this is the last dying breath, I feel, of this movement, which is why you get this. The gamer here saying that Hogwarts Legacy is tied to the murder of teenager Brianna Ghey,
Oh.
who was murdered in a targeted attack by two cisgender teenagers over the weekend.
Meanwhile, Brianna Ghey was murdered in the UK. How did they know it's cisgender teenagers?
Oh, they've arrested them. I don't think they've asked.
Well, yeah, but we haven't got the identity of the two teenagers because you're
The
not
police
allowed
did say a boy and girl. We don't know if they're trans boys and girls,
Yeah, they don't know.
but that's not the point. As you can
Okay.
see here, it's a desperate, desperate attempt.
I
to
guess
just-
they're just going for a statistical average, right?
But it's
What the odds are.
but it's so transparent where this is just you striking out because you've got nothing left.
Did they bring up George Floyd?
And they will get to George Floyd because this story blew up. In case people are wondering,
Just, this is the current thing.
yeah, Brianna Ghey, literally who?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? BBC here. We'll take their word for it. Brianna Ghey, boy and girl in court charged with murder. The police
Because
said
they're under 18, you're not allowed to name them, right?
two 15-year-olds, boy and a girl, who are the suspects in this murder case. The police said there was absolutely no evidence there was a hate crime.
No, we just have a real problem with teenagers stabbing each other these days.
But I'm glad the police have been able to come out and say, no, it was a love crime. Don't worry about it. It wasn't a hate crime. It
Well,
was a crime of love.
it doesn't necessarily mean it's the opposite.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know.
Like,
It's
it's-
nonsense.
I-
I think that hate crimes are nonsense.
I still
We
despise.
murdered them because they were black, or I murdered them because I just didn't like them. Well, what difference does that make?
Yeah, I don't accept
They're
that hate
still
crime should be
dead.
on the books. Like,
No,
it's
I agree.
nonsense legal standard. And if you're wondering who the hell this was, it's a random person, so a 16-year-old who came out as transgender, don't know at what point, ran a tiny TikTok account that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
You know, locally, they're friends, and that's about it. Know about this is them eating pizza, for example.
Okay, yeah.
That's about the gist of the content. I'm playing this so you get an understanding of what the content was like. Nothing big, and therefore wouldn't be a big story. Maybe you would have a debate about Young people killing each other?
Well, yeah, I mean, it just happens all the time these days. So.
Yeah. Might have that debate. No, but the random retards on the internet couldn't let this slide.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Back to Hogwarts Legacy.
J.K. Rowling, why did you do this?
Yeah. If you're playing... You want to read this?
If you're playing Hogwarts Legacy, this is what you're funding. Just, wow. That's just a leap and a half.
The 15-year-olds were on her J.K. Rowling's payroll.
You're funding J.K. Rowling to incite hatred against trans women, resulting in the vicious murder of a 16-year-old girl. Bro, that's amazing. Literally saying J.K. Rowling's words killed this person.
You should get sued.
You sold out this child for your effing game. Oh my god, man.
I thought this was a joke. If we go to the next image on that
yeah.
one. No, he's serious.
Wow,
I mean, serious human being.
You say he's serious, but look at that bio.
He is sincere in his beliefs. He's not a serious human being.
Okay, yeah, he's sincere in his beliefs. I'll agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. We'll go to the next one here. It wasn't the only one. There's a lot of very sincere human beings. This person started printing off posters and putting them up all over the country. Rip Brianna Ghey, murdered for being trans in public.
You don't know that?
There's literally no evidence. Writes in small print there that they were emboldened by the British government and media targeting trans people for their culture wars project.
I don't know anything like that.
Such as J.K. Rowling turfs gender criticals, bigots, blah, 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 justice for Brianna Ghey, her blood is on your hands.
Don't get me wrong, I agree, justice for Brianna Ghey, right? I agree.
Which seems to be happening.
Person was murdered, people have been arrested. I'm sure the legal process is going to carry on as normal.
Yeah, and I love this person's like spotted on my bike ride tonight. No, it's a lie. If you check out that person's account, there's videos that they put up of themselves putting up that poster.
Right.
So,
Socialist 50-something trans woman. Right, okay, yeah.
Former detransitioner.
Oh, really? Right, okay.
So this person decided they were wrong and decided to transition.
Candidate for least mentally stable trans woman on Twitter award.
They decided they were wrong and transitioned, and then decided they were wrong again, went back and told us they were wrong again and went back.
And then they're like, look, I'm one of the least mentally stable people on Twitter.
Yep. There's that.
Moving on.
Also a load of micro-leftists getting the same thing.
No. The name is Crumb Tubers.
Crumb Tubers?
Yeah, because they're not, yeah, it's Dev, short for Otaku's on. They're not good enough to be leftists. They're bread tubers. They're crumb tubers.
So this Crumb Tuber over here, who cares? He made this whole video. He just gets really angry, like starts banging the table so angry. And an 11-minute rant about how Hogwarts Legacy killed Brianna Ghey.
What? Okay.
You tell me, bro.
What happens to the trans character in Hogwarts Legacy? Do they die?
They're murdered by cisgendered 15-year-olds.
Right.
They're paid by J.K. Rowling.
Well, now you can see how the connection's been made.
Not happening.
Obviously, yeah.
There may be another murderer, though. Jess Phillips. Maybe she was the one that killed this...
Not my girl, Jess!
So Jess Phillips responds by saying,
No!
Tragic. Love to the parents, unimaginable loss. And Samantha over here, who's trans, goes, it's an unimaginable loss, Jess. A loss you helped happen with your soulless turfism. It's like, what?
I feel the need to defend Jess Phillips. Jess Phillips has nothing to do with the murder of Brianna Ghey.
No, I think she didn't work on Hogwarts Legacy. I don't think she even did any voice acting for Hogwarts.
Jess Phillips is not, like, anti-trans either. I've seen her, speaking positively of the trans community.
But she did buy a copy of Hogwarts Legacy for her daughter, maybe. So
well, maybe, yeah.
Maybe that was it. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out.
Poor old Jess gets dragged into...
But she's not the only one. The insufferable leftist elite had to pop up and all say their piece about some girl... Well...
Don't blame Jess for blocking that person at all.
Someone they didn't know. Someone they never would have known.
Dr. Shola.
Have no connection to. Dr. Shola just comes out and is like, give me strength. Is stabbing a 16-year-old transgender girl is targeted attack. Do you need the murderer to draw you a roadmap for the evidence that it was a hate crime? The police are closed-minded, that's the problem.
How does the exiled queen of Nigeria have any special information about this? Because it could well have been that these people were angry about something that has happened between them. And it's not just the abstract, we hate trans people, here is a trans person.
If you are trans, that is all you are.
Oh, good point. Yeah, good point.
That's it. Literally, you just talk about that. You just be that. Nothing else.
There's a trans girl was stabbed to death. Her gender is always relevant.
Yeah, okay. What's your evidence for that? It came to me in a dream.
Yeah.
It certainly did. There's also the police force in question if we can take a look at them, remember her?
Yeah.
You think this person is not looking for a hate crime statistic?
Good point.
Really,
Good point. Yep.
Police force that is literally run by your ideologues.
Yep.
It's like, well, we don't see any hate crime here. We're not looking for that. Put that under the rug.
Hate
Shut up.
crimes. Don't believe in them.
Yeah. The COVID impact on Pride. Oh, fuck. I hadn't even read this. Just look at the image.
Yeah.
We'll go to Jeremy Corbyn. He's got something to say.
Yeah, I saw Jeremy Corbyn's post.
She was killed because she wanted to be herself.
You have no idea why she was killed, Jeremy.
Source?
And you're talking about her like you're about to go to Glastonbury with her. Like you're a big buddy with her. You don't know who this person is. You don't know anything about this person. You're just a virtue signaling prick.
No one has any relation, could never have any relation, would have had never any relation, and still doesn't. Still, with all the whining, has no connection other than current thingism for these people.
Yeah.
He did the same thing on Twitter. He then deleted this.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I retweeted it and he deleted it.
yeah, there you are. Killed for who she wanted to be, and then we realised, hang on a minute, I could be sued. So got rid of that. We'll go to every leftist MP and their mother.
If he was literally just like, my thoughts are with Brianna's family, the trans community fighting for safety, dignity, and liberation, there would be nothing wrong with that tweet. Like, you know, the most Matt Walsh should be like, yeah, you know.
But the thing is, that's not what this is about.
No, it's not.
This is about, well, we've got rid of race war now. That's not the leftist approach. BLM's dead. This is trans war now for some goddamn reason. We are the MPs who all did the same thing. So no idea Whittam there. So the point I'm making with this is all the individuals about the list will recognise, because these people have repeatedly not cared about the facts of a case, don't care about the case, just jump on the current thing.
Yep.
And the next one here, I think, is just in India Willoughby, the first.
I hear this name, but I don't know who this person is.
So they claim to be the first transgender on British media. They're the most insane person I've ever listened to, because they never have anything normal to say. Such as here. I told you, British media, the government, J.K. Rowling, Ricky Gervais. He's getting tied into this now. You have blood on your hands.
Oh.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais is now responsible for Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, look at this. A targeted attack, quote unquote. You've created a hysterical climate where it's okay to target. She doesn't know what targeted attack means.
No.
She doesn't.
Like, if I kill you because it's you,
yeah,
that's a target.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't understand. She thinks that it just means to target trans people because she's clearly very intelligent.
Yeah. Evidence is not required, though. This was pointed out to them. There was no evidence. This person next, though, has come up with a brilliant argument about why that doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Such as the police's own guidance, which is true. So they say here, the Crown Prosecution Service define a hate crime as any criminal offence which is perceived by the victim or any other person
Great point.
to be motivated by hostility or prejudice. So the victim, no. The perpetrators, no. But random dude on Twitter
That's a great
perceived
point.
it as a hate crime.
How can you say it's not?
That completely right.
Yeah, by the standards you set, that is absolutely true.
The police's guidance is actually insane. And there's no evidence for that.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because this means that, like, you know, if my neighbour Bob steals my bike, Bob being a 50-year-old white man,
yep.
But if I perceive it as a hate crime,
it is a hate crime, ipso facto.
Bob's getting extra time in jail.
Yeah. That is how the law works in this country, because
That
people
is.
thought this through.
It's very sensible.
We'll go to the point, though, which is there's no evidence, but that doesn't matter. And I want to play this because it's funny. Let's play this clip.
Now that is scientific fact. There's no real evidence for it, but it is scientific fact.
This
Couldn't have said
is
it better.
brass eye, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is back where I think this episode is about climate change, where it's like the water's running backwards or something.
It's about
cake.
cake, isn't it?
It's that one.
Yeah.
But we'll go to Operation George Floyd. We couldn't stop at this.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Rest in power. Yeah.
Brianna Ghey, 16, rest in power. They've started putting posters up. I think in America.
What about Brianna Ghey?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we put posters up about George Floyd. We as well.
Wisecrack has to come in and be like, "Why are you bullying a dead child? Why are you?"
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. How do you bully a dead person?
That's true as well. But also, Wisecrack, stop.
How do you bully a dead person?
Person gets murdered and everyone's like, stand on the corpse. This is our corpse. We're going to use this for whatever we can. See, it's still moving. It's still moving. We're part of this, aren't we? And they're like, how can you make fun of those people
I used to
mangling a
like
corpse?
Wisecrack as well.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's really gone downhill.
But Operation Trans Floyd is on its way. I don't think it's going to work. Again, this whole thing is grasping at straws. It is so transparent. If we go to the next one, we can see some of this. YouTube decided to put this in their newsfeed.
No kidding.
The reason I mention this is because, as we revealed before, the newsfeed on your YouTube, you see like breaking news, whatever's in there, that is manually put there. Susan Wojcicki herself spoke about it. The whole reason that bar even exists is because she forced the engineers to put it in everyone's thing. It is not because anyone clicks on it. She was told no one clicks on it.
Well, and we can see that no one clicks on it. Look at those numbers.
Terrible.
Right, Channel 4 have got a few million subscribers, 54,000 views in 5 hours. That's pretty good, I guess, right? Sky News, 2 million subscribers, 13,000 views in 19 hours. Yeah. 26,000 views in 23 hours. Yeah, 10,000 views in 23 hours. No, and that's on the front page of YouTube.
Yeah, artificially pushed, still can't get any views.
No one cares.
No. And it could be any issue. It's just this one, and you can tell how artificial it is when suddenly some human at YouTube's like, see this.
Yeah.
We got to no justice, no peace. Because, again, leftists don't actually have
If only we could arrest the criminals.
Oh, who knows? So, Andy No posting here, some vigil, no justice, no peace, which is the Black Lives Matter slogan, which didn't go unnoticed. When we go to the actual vigil itself for a moment, we can notice what happened, which is they spent the time whining about Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party.
I'd have fit him really well then. I
Yeah.
spent a lot of time whining about Keir Starmer.
I mean, if you needed any more evidence that no one here cares,
If you needed any more evidence that Keir Starmer was awful,
it was just like, Brianna, what? She was called gay.
I could happily join in with that chant as well. F Keir Starmer. Yeah, I agree.
That's the chant for the vigil.
Yeah.
None of these human beings actually have a life.
Keir Starmer got to do with this?
Actual
Because he
NPCs.
couldn't define woman either, could he?
No, he's still not there.
So he's on their side.
But it is BLM phobic. This whole movement. Trans George Floyd actually is BLM phobic. And that's completely true. We'll go to the argument. Latest leftist infighting. Say her name is trending because people are using it for Brianna Ghey, who was white.
There we go. Good point. Good. No, that's a good point.
I need you all to understand that that phrase hashtag was created for black women who are victims of police violence.
Oh, I think that's a good point.
I've seen white people say that they don't even know this and blah blah blah. Okay.
I think that's true. I think I think white people really need to stop saying "say her name" because it is for black women, and actually they're being racist when they do it.
It's just cringe.
No, I think they're making a great point. This is a standard we should definitely hold them to.
The police finally, after all this BS, obviously astroturf nonsense leftist movement of let's drum this corpse up as much as we can. See, look at the corpse. No respect. Obviously.
I legit feel bad for the family of Brianna Ghey.
Yeah, the police issued a statement being like, okay, fine, we'll look into whether or not it's a hate crime. They're not saying they have any evidence, they're saying they're looking into it. And the reason they did this was because 2 days of endless corpse mangling by leftists. So there you have it. They also raised lots of money. Someone set up a GoFundMe or whatever. So I can't remember how much they've raised now. Was that 100 grand? Just about? Almost there? Okay. It's your money.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Then there was some other...
What are they doing with the money?
The funeral.
Right, okay. As long as they're giving it to the family, that's fine.
I believe so.
As long as they're not giving it to Tavistock or something.
Not going to buy another mansion with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We're following BLM here. If we go to the next one here.
No, that's fine.
The Times got in trouble, though. Going to mention all the people who we lost along the way. So the Times decided to have a version in which they just removed all references to Brianna being a girl, because being stabbed to death doesn't make you a girl.
I'm surprised they did that, though.
Well, I think reality still matters.
Sure, but it's a politically dicey thing to do.
Well, to tell the truth, I suppose so.
Yeah, well, it has been for years.
We're going to valid Els, who got even more trouble for doing something even worse, though. They decided to put the dead name up on a tombstone, which got them in an awful lot of trouble. As you can see, it was at 7.8 million views. That was a big trouble zone for them. In fact, this whole thing got blown up so much.
I disavow. It's just too much heat.
It got blown up so much that the police found that there were drones flying over the murder scene and had to put a no-fly zone over the whole area.
What, did they think the body was still there?
I don't know. But people were flying drones over it, and the police are like, go away. Have some respect for the victims. We're still doing our job. The hell's wrong with everyone on the internet?
Well, that's a great question.
Trying to find copies of Hogwarts Legacy at the crime scene? Like, what are you doing?
I've got a picture of J.K. Rowling in the bush.
We'll end this off quickly, which is just the point of, in case you're wondering, this is the one trans person a year who is killed.
Right.
This is Channel 4 just fact-checking this. Trans people are 300 times less likely to be murdered every year than an average person.
Really?
So, there's that. Yeah, very, very rare
Oh, okay.
that a trans person is killed. Not only just because of the numbers, but even proportionally, it's incredibly rare
Right, okay.
compared to a normal person who would be killed in a murder. So there's that. If you go to the next link, 0.2% of the country. Again, this is what our entire politics hosts itself with. An endless discussion about that. And then the last thing, just to mention, because it's funny, J.K. Rowling is now suing people who lie about her and winning. This person here called her a Nazi, so she went, okie dokie, let's talk to your lawyer. And then they had to put out an apology.
Yeah. Well, have we got the apology? Because the apology is so great. Yeah, here we go. I would like to publicly apologise for a previous Twitter thread where I interacted with J.K. Rowling on matters relating to the transgender community. I have now removed these tweets and would like to apologise to J.K. Rowling directly for causing potential upset. Because my lawyer literally has a gun to my head. I failed to choose my words with care. I would like to retract my previous statements relating to her views on LGBTQ+, more specifically transgender people. I would also like to retract my likening J.K. Rowling to any far-right or Nazi organisation, and I emphasise I do not wish any individual, inclusive of J.K. Rowling, to come to any harm. Boom. That is so devastating.
But J.K. Rowling's lawyer, happy hunting. I found a whole bunch more fish that are like, yeah, your video game killed someone. So...
That is literally gun to their head, just like, dude, you are going to go down.
Yeah. What a joke.
The second this hits a court of defamation, like, right, J.K. Rowling, is there any evidence that she is a Nazi? The answer will be no. Is calling someone a Nazi defamatory and designed to hurt their career? Obviously, yes. You were in it.
But anyway, Hogwarts Legacy, end times, and hopefully I don't have to come back to the subject, but what a world, what a roller coaster, and I look forward to the Internet Historian video about it all. If you appreciated that segment from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, you can go to lotuseaters.com to get access to all the premium content that's on the site, such as the Epoch series, this episode on Shackleton. If you want to find out what else the Lotus Eaters are putting out, you can follow on Getter at lotuseaters_com on Getter. Thank you and goodbye.